So hi friends, today let's talk about unpacking your parents' finances, right? What you need to know. It is hard enough keeping tabs on your own belongings, and then you may have, your spouse or your child, especially if they're in college, where you keeping, where you're in charge of their possessions too, right? Then adding on an aging parent who really cannot keep track of these things, especially if they have some form of dementia, right? That can complicate things even further. The most difficult situation is when, your aging parents or loved ones still believes that they are wholly independent. If you try and look in their wallet or their jacket or purse or pants pockets, they accuse you of snooping and prying, right? Then the next time you're at the doctor's office, they pull out their card and it's unlegible. You cannot read it. You can't read the name or the number in it, and it's not even clear, right? The color, everything is just not the best. So what do you do, right? You have been managing your loved one's finances either through a verbal agreement or by using the financial power of attorney, right? Probably, right? To know what's going on in their wallet or purse, but it's always a good idea to double check their accounts and keep track of their spending. Catching a glimpse of their wallet can tell you a great deal about their spending habits, right? Changes in their credit and whether or not they are capable of managing their own finances and health care. But if you haven't been able to get them, your aging parents involved in these things, or you haven't even considered the chaos that may be lurking in their wallet, you can adopt one of two strategies, right? There is the straightforward way, right? Hey, mom, hey, dad. You can say something, I'm going to clean up my wallet or my purse and throw away things. Let's do it together, something like that. Or you can just wait until they're taking a nap to assess the situation. Once you have either gotten them on board to do some purging or set them up in their favorite recliner for a mid-afternoon rest, the difficult part begins, right? Sorting through a stack of credit cards, reward cards, coupons, receipts, insurance cards, IDs, checks, oh my gosh, just to name it, right? Like, let's talk about Medicare cards, right? Make sure it is legible and safely tucked away. If the card is not in decent condition or is expired, you can obtain a new one by going to the Social Security website at saa.gov, right? To order a replacement card. And after it arrives, you should shred the original one, right? Also, your loved ones may have multiple cards from various prescription plans because of changes in prices and prescription drugs, right? So do you know which one is current? By using the Medicare plan finder, you can make sure you know what the current plan is and discard or destroy any extra cards that just happen to be hanging around, right? The same goes for the Medicare supplemental card. If they have more than one, make sure you keep and use the correct one and shred or cut up those that are no longer valid, right? There's nothing worse than having bills applied to a canceled plan, thereby delaying payment and causing all kinds of mail to show up on your doorstep, right? The other thing, credit cards, right? Depending on your loved one's level of independency and clarity of thought, they may or may not be able to safely possess credit and debit cards, right? Carrying a bit of cash is one thing, but credit cards enable them to rack up significant amounts of debt. Well, people in general, right? And this can be especially dangerous for individuals with cognitive decline or those who have difficulty controlling their spending or making financial decisions, right? And credit card companies often target seniors, right? With new sign-up materials Now, if you as a caregiver is not on top of of your loved one's finances, monitoring their credit score or carefully sorting through their mail, a senior can easily open up multiple lines of credit and dig themselves into a hole. This only affects their finances and credit score, right? But can also have serious implications regarding their ability to pay for medical expenses and long-term care, later down the road, right? Now, when sorting through their wallet, purse, make sure they have not opted in any new or unknown credit cards, right? Let's talk about debit cards, right? Now, if you have determined that it is no longer wise for your loved one to carry cards due to erratic spending, it may also be time to remove the temptation of a debit or ATM card or checkbook as well, right? Switching to carrying only a small amount of cash is a safer way for our loved ones to complete everyday transaction, right? Because a debit card can be just as detrimental to their financial situation if they begin withdrawing large sums of money or overdraft their account, right? So allowing them to keep a bit of cash in their pocket helps to limit the possibility of financial damage, and it also gives them a sense of independency, right? Let's talk about ID cards and driver's license. If your loved ones is still safely driving, make sure that their driver's license is not expired and that all information is current, right? This is especially important if your loved one has moved since they last renewed their driver's license, whether it was to a different state or only across town, right? So for those seniors who no longer drive, it is still important for them to have some form of official identification. A basic ID card can be obtained at DMV, or if I'm not mistaken, I think you could do it online in many states, right? So many of this can be changed online. Another thing is reward cards, loyalty membership cards, right? Simplify their daily life for your aged loved ones can come in many forms. So when it comes to wallet space, clearing out all this clutter of coupons, rewards, and loyalty cards are either no longer used or expired, can free up a lot of space and minimize confusion for them, right? Most people tend to hang on to these types of things in the hope that they will score something for free or receive a discount on a purchase, right? And the same goes for like membership cards. But don't forget to cancel the membership before getting rid of them, right? Warehouse cards, right? Like Sam's Club, other stores that have prescription or paid membership often bill members automatically each month or year, right? For example, if your loved one doesn't shop at, let's say, Costco anymore, or no longer drives, right? Or own a car, then their Costco and the AA membership should be canceled, right? And the cards destroyed. This will not only simplify their wallet, but it will save them some money as well. Let's talk about receipts. You as the caregiver, right? It can be endless, right? And it play a crucial role in budgeting for yourself as a caregiver and your loved ones, right? Many family members end up paying for medications, food, equipment, and personal care items with their own money. But without keeping detailed records of these expenses, like the receipts, it eliminates the likelihood of being reimbursed at a later date if you're looking for, to be reimbursed, whether privately or there are some programs that can do that, right? And the same goes for filing insurance claims and managing your parents' money as a financial power of attorney. Now, what may seem like an outdated, insignificant pile of paper could be the deciding factor when it comes to repayment, reimbursement, Medicaid eligibility, or tax deductions, right? So establishing some sort of system, right, depending on your arrangement with your loved one and their financial and medical situation, will help you avoid mistakes in this area, right? So sorting through bills, figuring out cards and policies, canceling memberships, finding the right phone numbers, and managing your money and and others can be overwhelming, right? The reality of life of you as a caregiver is that all the details can make your head spin if you don't take a few minutes to organize all the stuff involved on a regular basis, right? So before calling to address any of these issues for your loved one, make sure that you have the proper authorization necessary for the bank, the credit card companies, Medicare, and Social Security Administration to speak with them, right? So that's what I wanted to share today, right? So thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Alicia Forbes, your dedicated senior advocate. If I can help in any way, please reach out to me. You have an amazing day. Bye-bye.